Okay, I'm going to cover over a little bit of kind of classic magic, and then we're going to look at some variations on it. Also, you can do this one as well. Pass the elastic band through your thumb. There, like that. Something we'll cover later on in the course. Don't worry about that now. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover over some classic magic. I've got these coloured elastic bands. If you can get these, and sometimes maybe even a little bit thicker, then they just stand out a little bit more for this particular trick. So it just makes it a little bit better. That's all. Otherwise, you can just use normal elastic bands. But I've got these kind of colour ones there. They work quite well. Don't work so well on camera so much, but there you go. Alright, so I'm going to do this with the blue one. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, the red one stands out quite a bit, doesn't it? No, that looks too much like the other one. I'm going to use the blue one. Okay. So here we go. So this is the blue. This is the classic piece of magic. You know, probably Grandpa might have shown you something like this. Elastic band there like that, and of course it's going to jump onto these fingers here. It goes 1, 2, 3, bye! There you go, when it just jumps over to that side. But there are some other variations on this, okay, and that's what I'm hoping to show you. Okay, so here you can see I've got yellow bands and the blue band as well. So the yellow band is going to jump over there, and the blue band is going to jump over there. Ready, goes 1, 2, 3. There you go. And look, see, an almost impossible challenge. Now you could state to the people, say, I'm guessing what's actually in here. They're jumping off of here and jumping over there. Okay. So just to prove to you that they are not jumping in between fingers, I'm going to make this harder on myself. I'm going to take another elastic band. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it there like that. So now they can't actually jump through those elastic bands at the top, which means they can't jump because it's got a blockage in the way. Yeah. So now let's try the challenge one more time. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 with a blockage. Go. And look at that. It did actually work. So there you go. You've got 3 variations on the same trick. You can take it up, which of course is a brilliant thing in performances. You constantly want to be escalating it to a higher level. Okay, so this lends itself. So this is how it works. What did I say? I was going to use the blue one. Okay, so on the blue one, now if you're taking this on your hand, this side, this is my right hand. Okay. Maybe you're left looking at it on the camera, but I'm taking it in the hand. The idea is what I'm doing is I'll pull it out that way, but then I'll turn my hand in. You can see if I can show you that way. And what I'm doing is I'm putting all of my fingers in there like that. So it literally just runs across the front of my fingers. All they see is that. Okay, but I've just done that. So just do that one more time, just so you get the basic idea. So I pull this out, and then I turn my hands in and put it in so it runs across my fingers. See, what happens is when I release my fingers, it jumps onto the other 2 fingers. It's literally just coming across. Okay, so to show you that again, across the front of my fingers, all they see is that. That's how you want to hold your hands, so they can actually see the elastic band, excuse me. Okay, there you go, going across the front of my fingers, and it goes 1, 2, 3. There you go. So you just want to do that fast. I mean, what you want to do is you want to open and close, really. There, like that. So again, all of they're seeing is they're seeing the elastic bands going across there. It goes 1, 2, 3. There, like that. And it jumps. Okay. Again, what you can do is like these elastic bands quite loose. So what I do is I make them a little bit tighter. Okay. Try and show you as I would show an audience member now. As I hold these elastic bands out there like that, and then quickly just put my fingers in place. Okay, remember they can't see this. Like that, and you go 1, 2, 3, oh, there like that, and you can see that they've actually jumped onto those other fingers from these fingers. Okay. Now, I prefer them loose if I'm going to do the double. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's just go over the other side as well. If once you've done this bit, you've done that jump, you want them to go back. It's almost even simpler. So you hold the elastic bands there like that. Okay, so now you're holding them that way, and all you do now is you put your fingers towards you. Put them inside. Okay, so show that again. So to make them jump back the other way, so now they're on these fingers, all you do is you just hold it out, turn your hand in, and put your fingers in. There, like that. And then you, instead of opening up your hand that way, you open your hand upwards, which is really where we want to take this to the next level. Okay, so let's add on the yellow elastic band. Okay, so now we've got the yellow and the blue. Okay, now this one's a little bit trickier on the execution. See if I can explain this. I hope I explain this well. What you want to do is you want to pull down the elastic bands like this. Okay, let's just get the move in place first of all, and then we'll understand how to hide it. Okay, and what you want to do is put your fingers in the other side, and you're making a triangle of both of the elastic bands. I hope you can make that out. There you go. So you're making a triangle of both elastic bands. It's in that triangle that all of your 4 fingers want to go into, like that. Okay, elastic bands coming off while I'm trying to explain this to you. So it's like that. Can you see that? Yeah. So you've got both of the elastic bands kind of running like that. Okay, and then all you do is you release your fingers and they jump opposite sides. Alright? Okay, so let's just cover the hide. Okay, so again, all you're doing is you're taking both of these elastic bands, create your triangle like that, put your hand in like that. Again, you want to be doing this probably more like this. Okay, and you go 1, 2, 3, and you jump up. Okay, so just remember you want to hide this motion, really, and you can do that by doing it at the front of your hands and just let them see that while you're doing this. Okay, so like that. Get that blue elastic band now. Goes 1, 2, 3. There you go. See, that one slipped down the finger slightly. Alright, but here's the thing. You could argue to the audience and go, oh yeah, so I think I have an idea of how you can see how this works. You see, all you're thinking is this is somehow jumping off of here and then jumping over to that side. Would I be right? They'd probably agree with you and nod your head. And so I'll tell you what, I'll make this even trickier for myself. Get another elastic band and we're going to create like a barrier. So just take that, give it a twist, oops, a twist, and put it over the other side. Doesn't matter how you block these, to be fair, just make sure that it's blocked. Does that help? There you go. So it's blocked off. The idea of this being, of course, that the elastic bands can't jump past these barriers here in the middle. Okay? Doesn't jump past the barriers there in the middle. So then we'll just try this again. Okay? There it goes. 1, 2, 3, and they, sure enough, they jump past the barriers and swap positions. See that? There you go. Nice colourful trick. Okay, so how does that particular bit work? Well, the fact is these bits across the top don't actually do anything, but it looks like a really good barrier. It's kind of almost a misdirection in itself. Actually, these don't do anything at all, because if I can show you, it actually just jumps over there and it does jump over there. Isn't it? So it doesn't actually stop anything at all for the actual process. So just showing you that in time, goes in there. It's 1, 2, 3, and sure enough it jumps over. This is a fantastic one for the kids because it's a lot of fun, and apparently you're putting something impossible in the way to make it a little bit harder. But it's a nice, colourful little trick of the jumping elastic bands.